Real Madrid have a fantastic squad, but even with all of that talent, there are some weaknesses with every single player. Let's start with Trent. Now, Trent's biggest weakness is, of course, the fact that he can be a defensive liability. Now, I don't actually think he's ever been a bad defender. I think the problem with him is sometimes he mentally checks out because he has the speed, he has the athleticism to keep up with the elite wingers. He just seems to get caught out a lot. Now, we haven't seen it as much for Real Madrid simply because he's been dealing with a lot of injury issues, which I'm gonna get to. But throughout his career, the biggest question mark around him has been his defensive qualities. At Liverpool, he'd be incredible sometimes, but then during big games with everybody watching, he would have a lapse in his defensive capabilities. He'd forget to mark a guy, he'd forget to get back, he'd be a little bit too nonchalant in recovering. Now, it also didn't help him that for most of his career, he played a very aggressive style with Jurgen Klopp. But as we saw when Slot came in and in Trent's last season at Liverpool, he wasn't that big of a liability simply because he wasn't being asked to push as much forward. But still, there were some rough matches. I think everybody remembers that game against Manchester United where they just kept destroying him on that right hand side, and we've even seen glimpses of it at Real Madrid. Now, part of it is that Alonso has actually shielded him away from that defensive liability by playing him as a right wing back at times in a back three. That way he's not exposed as much. But still, there have been a lot of instances where he's gone beaten too easily 1v1 or attackers have gone in behind him. It's an unfortunate risk. It's a trade-off whenever you have Trent, because going forward, this guy is truly generational at fullback. I know people throw that term around a lot, but the range in his passing, his creativity, this is not something that you see from a right back. He's actually Madrid's best passer and he's a fullback. He can ping a ball 50 yards and find the attacker straight to his feet. He can whip in these beautiful crosses. I mean, imagine if Real Madrid had an actual striker who could head the ball regularly. Trent would be feasting. So yes, it's always going to be a trade-off with him. He's incredible going forward, but defensively, we have seen moments where he just turns off or gets exposed.